is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, this is Stan Schofield, and I'm inviting all of my KWK family and my family to watch Church Without Walls, 11 o'clock on Mondays, for the greatest and latest show around. Thank you.
I'm Cynthia Lee Shang, and you're watching Church Without Walls on New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go. Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are listening and you are watching Church Without Wall in the studio of the New Orleans Talk Network. We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12 Central Standard Time. This show was designed with you in mind, that we could come together as a community and as people come together and talk about things normally that we don't talk about. Church Without Wall come your way every Monday morning to talk about things that normally people don't talk about. And we thank you for watching and listening, those that call and encourage you to keep on, and that's what we're going to be talking about. The people have the courage. This is July the 19th, and this month really getting away from us real fast. And Pastor always on Sunday, he reminds us to be obedient to each other, and he talked about us making each other being aware, and different ones from the political arena. They asked that we mention on the air about how important it is that you get the shot for the virus. They have one of the parish elected officials saying that it's no excuse. They have the virus on hand almost anywhere. You can almost go to any drugstore and get it. Walgreens and CVS, you almost can walk in at any day and get it. You just got to let them know you're coming, and it's available, and most of all, it's free. And they asked that we would mention that, so a shout out to everyone that have taken the shot, and we asking that the Bible tells us that we must obey the law of the land. That's not a law that you should take the shot, but the elected officials have said that if you would only take the shot, our community, our neighbor, and our state would get back normal. But they say it's not going to get normal until everybody get the shot. And so we just encouraging those that do. I know I got the shot when it was first available, and I'm still here. I didn't have any kind of reaction from the shot, so I'm hoping that those that haven't got it, that they would get it. So all of us will feel good. We won't be afraid to be around each other and talk to each other. So I pray to God that thing will get back to normal. I kind of miss those programs that we used to have in church. You know, many churches have their church anniversary. And we have the musical, and people would hug each other at our church at Bethesda. We had a little part that I miss on Sunday, that we would meet each other in the center aisle and hug each other and say, "I love you," and many of us say, "Ain't nothing you can do about that. I love you." And we, since that virus came out, we're not hugging each other no more. We're getting a little arm brace now. And some people are hugging each other, I guess those that done had a shot. So we just want to encourage those that's not, got an old friend of mine living in New Orleans. He told me that he wanted to take the shot. He just scared. He don't know what's in it. And I said, them Viagra pills that you take, you don't know what's in that, you taking that. And he couldn't do nothing but look at me and laugh. So we take Tylenol. We take all kind of stuff. We don't know what is in it, but we just ask that God will guide us and lead us to do the right thing, that we could love each other and we can come together as a community. I think they said state of Louisiana is ranked, I think, fourth or fifth into those that haven't got that vaccination. But anyway, we want to give you the courage to do it. Like I said, I took it, and when it first came out, I was eligible to get the shot, and I did. So we're just asking that those that are watching and listening, that you would take that shot. And we want to also say that today's show, we want to talk about having courage. And we want to, Dr. William and I, we want to point out some things that maybe we're not aware of. And I see the producer have 0 on the clock. I don't know if it's time for a commercial or not. And but anyway, we with the show today, Dr. William and I, we want to talk to y'all about, and y'all can give us you can call in if you would like to. The area code is 504-95. Wait a minute, I'm getting y'all my number. The number is 1-563-999-1808. Again, 999-1808. Call us if you would like to get in on this conversation, because Dr. William and I, we want to talk to y'all today about if you would have the courage to stand up for your right. The door is open. And I remember James Brown did a record years ago. He said, "I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Just open up the door, I get it myself." I just want to say to our listening, viewing audience, download that app, www. New Orleans Talk Network. We on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so you can hear us or you can look at us. Again, I'm going to say what James Brown said again. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. If you open up the door, I get it myself. And my brothers and sisters, the door been open for us. Donald Trump have opened that door wide open. He done kicked it in. Done open our eyes what's going on in this country. And do we have the courage to step out and take advantage of it? We talking about the Bill of Rights bill. I hear people talking about, I hope the infrastructure bill go through. The infrastructure bill ain't gonna help many of y'all, because it don't include you. It's the people that make the money already, people that have the big company that do road and bridges. Very few people in here have a road and bridge company. So we need to deal with the Bill of Rights bill. So that's what we need to be talking about, the infrastructure. That should be on the back burner. The top line in Washington, D.C. should be voter right bill, because in 17 states, they have pushing for the bill. And y'all know right now, in Texas, delegation from Texas, state representative and senator is in Washington, D.C., fighting for the rights of people, and they not fighting just for Texas, they fighting for the whole country. So the door is open. Do we have the courage to walk in and do something about it, and the courage to stand up to fight for the right thing? Dr. Williams?
So you're talking about encouragement. Talking about encouragement. Question to ask the viewers this morning is, who's encouraging you? What are they encouraging you about? What are they encouraging you with? And how are you susceptible to what you're being encouraged with? Do you have a vision? Do you have a focus? Do you know where you're headed? That's where your encouragement come in. If you've got a vision, you can see where you're going. And if you stay focused on that vision, then you can make things happen for you. You know, we talk about Bill of Rights and right to vote and everything else. We need to stop and think, what encouraged those people of the past to fight to have the right to vote?
Right.
What encouraged them? What was their vision? What was their focus? And we need to address some of those things to our mind, to our heart. And once you get something in your heart, it'll take root and it'll grow. And those are some of the things that we need to be instilling in our children's heart today. When I talk about the heart, I'm talking about the mind. And that's not happening. When we were coming up, our parents had time, they would sit down and tell us about certain things that we need to have a vision for. We need to have a focus for. They would question us as, what do we want to be when we grow up? Where do we want to go? That's not happening today. Sometimes our parents pass each other like trains in the night. You know, father may be working at night or in the day, mother working at night, and when they come home, there is no supervision. And, you know, all the working in the world we can do, unless we instill some things in our children, we're not encouraging them to do anything. We're not encouraging them to do anything. And it's time for us to get back to the old landmark and start instilling some things in our children. Encourage them. You know, I get back to the same thing. Some of that can take place in the church, but we can't expect the church to do what we're not doing at home.
Right.
You know, some of that can be instilled within them from their teachers in school. But unless it begins at home, it's not going to happen in the school. So we've got to find a way to get our children back. You know, our children have no respect for the elders. They have no respect for the church. They have no respect for the teachers. They say what they want and they do what they want. But that can be handled if we can give them a vision and a focus. And you know, some people can see, but they can't focus. You got vision to be able to see things, but you can't focus. And I'm reminded, and then I'm going to leave that alone. I'm reminded of a scripture in the Bible where Jesus had to wind up touching that man twice. When he first touched him, because he was blind, he couldn't see, he said, I see men walking as trees. When he touched him again, he said, I can see clearly. It's not going to happen overnight for you with your children. But you got to take some time to plant some things in their mind, in their heart, and let it take root. And when it takes root, it'll grow.
We got to take a break here now.
Mm-hmm.
You are listening and you are watching Church Without Walls in the studios of the New Orleans Talk Network.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
This is Charles Stewart.
And the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams.
We are Church Without Walls.
And we are here today to give you information that you don't normally get at church.
We come your way every Monday morning, 11 to 12.
Call in with your comment or your questions, and we'll be glad to try and answer them for you. If we don't have the answer today, we will get it to you on a message.
Don't you dare miss it.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Kick it for me one time.
We are back. You are listening. You're watching Church Without Walls with the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams and Charles Stewart. Again, we here every Monday morning, 11 to 12. And we want to let our listening and viewing audience know that we love you, and we also ask for y'all to show us a little love there too. And before we took the station break, Dr. Williams was talking about our leaders in the church and in the community, and the mother and father should encourage our young kids into doing the right thing. And let me say this, that in January 6th, what happened in Washington, D.C., those people invaded the Capitol building. It took courage to do that, Dr. Williams. Don't anybody have that kind of nerve to break into the Capitol, break window, knock over policemen. And actually, one guy took the gavel and sat in a chair. It took courage to do that. And why did they do it, Dr. Williams? Because it's what they believe in, and they say they losing their country. And to the African American, do we believe that we losing out to it? We willing to fight the way they did for us to advance ourselves. I mean, how long is it gonna keep on going on? We shall overcome. I pray to God that before I die, I would like to, they see something different. We shall overcome. I mean, we have the ability, Dr. Williams. I mean, anything we do, God bless us to be outstanding from A to Z. If you put a paper in front of us, we can outread anybody. If you put a track field in front of us, we can outrun anybody. You put us on the football field, we just as good. So we is superior people, but for whatever reason, Dr. Williams, we don't have the courage to take advantage. We don't have the courage to love each other enough to advance. And all other nationalities, if you pay attention, they believe each other. They open up business and all that, and they support one another. And I have to be frank about it. It's African American community, and they have, some of them do, not everybody. They don't support each other. And go back to what I said earlier, Dr. Williams. Nobody have to give us nothing. All we want the door to open to get ourselves. I mean, like people fighting for the voter right. We just want the right to vote. We don't want to be online all day. I mean,
The bottom line is, Dr. Studd, is that we have the power, but be denying the use of the power thereof. We have to realize that God have given us everything that we need to work with. But until we see it and believe it, there's a little cliche that say, if you can see it and believe it and receive it, then you can have it.
Yeah.
You know, but we're not doing that. There are some things that we need to be focused upon. We look for other people to do it. Those people that broke into into Washington D.C., they had a leader.
Yeah.
They were instructed basically upon what to do. They had leaders that had a plan.
Yeah, they had a plan.
And the plan was designed to get them where they could not have gotten as far as they got into the White House had they did not have a plan.
To the Capitol.
To the Capitol.
You're right.
They if they didn't have a plan, they couldn't have gotten as far as they gotten.
Right.
Okay. They were given instructions and they followed it. What's happening with our people? We are given instruction, but we won't follow the instruction. It's the same thing with the Bible. I mean, everything that you're looking for, whatever problem you're having, if you're having problems with your wife, problem with your children, problem with your husband, I don't want to leave that halfway on out. But whatever problem that you're having, you can find the answer to it in the Bible. Because guess what? Psychologists have taken the Bible and written psychological books to get people on the right track. So everything that you read your Bible, and you'll find everything in there that you're looking for. Everything. I don't care what it is that you're looking for. You can look at the fact that some of the miracles that Jesus performed. Look at that man at the pool of Bethesda. Jesus asked him, "What do you want?" He started making excuses. Don't that sound like us?
Yeah.
He said, "What do you want?" He said, "Every time I try to get in the water, somebody go before me." He said, "Man, that's not what I asked you. What do you want?" I want to be treated like everybody else. If I'm going to be free, then allow me to be free. Allow me to have everything that everybody else have.
Yeah.
You know, don't take from me and give to the other person. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
When you start taking from me, you create animosity, you create anger, you create frustration. Right. And that turns us against one another. Until we come to the conclusion that the Bible says, if my people who are called by my name, y'all know the rest of it, humble yourself, seek his face. The end of it, he says, then will I heal their land. Well, you can't get your land healed if you don't follow the instructions.
Right.
If you don't cultivate the land properly, you can't get it. And you got to cultivate it with something. You got to cultivate it with compassion. You got to cultivate it with love. We say, we shall overcome. Is that right? It said, we shall overcome. It didn't say, I shall overcome. It didn't say, you shall overcome. It said, we shall overcome. That means that the people have to overcome.
Right. And you know, Dr. William, to me, it's almost like another movie where it says a damn right shame for us that it happened with the 1800s, and it's 2021, and we still fighting for the same rights, and it's just that the playbook is that they just they have the same playbook from the 1800s. There's got somebody, new people activated it, and they got many people believing that.
Well, just like a football player, he have a playbook, and he have to learn the players. If he run the plays like the players were designed to run, he can make the touchdown.
Right.
But if he's not following the instruction, if he's not making the block, if he's not coming through the hole, if the quarterback is not passing the ball to the person that it was designed to pass it to, then you're not running the play.
Right.
So something's going to happen.
And a lot of time, like we seem to I don't know how just as how life go. I guess I see life different from some other people, but I always it just seemed to me that people that people want to help them, people want to work with them, people get them love. That's the very people who they fight against. Something I never been able to understand. I don't know quite a few friends on the female side and on the male side that the woman that loved this man the most, do for him the most, he didn't want her. He wanted something else. And it happened the same way on the women's side. Some women want some men, and it's not good for them. But that's what they want. And I challenge people. I have a lot of women friends. They, a lot of them, they share some of their personal problem with me, and they always say, "Well, Charles, I don't understand. I bought him a nice shirt. I did this for him. I did that for him." And I said, "But you buying, you buying a medium. You buy a medium, but the man that love you, you buy the wrong size shirt. The man that in love with you, he wear a 4X, but you don't want that 4X. You want that 1X, man."
Look at it this way, Stuart. A lot of men and women reaching for something that they can't have.
Yeah.
Instead of reaching for what they already have.
Yep.
And so as a result, you're always being challenged by the unknown. And that creates a desire in you to have something that you can't have. And it's the challenge.
Yeah.
With some women and some men, it's the challenge. If I can get this, that can make me feel that I'm better than anybody else.
Yeah.
If I wear this, if I drive this, if I live in this, you want things that's not available to you at the time. And probably the reason why it's not available to you because God knew that you wasn't going to be able to handle it if he gave it to you.
Right. That's correct.
And you're constantly trying to get what you know you can't have.
And you don't show the courage to you got to show courage, like you said, whatever you believe in, you got to have the courage to do it. Number one, and not only we're having the courage to do it, you also got to have the ability to do it. I was sharing a conversation with a guy called me this morning about the show, and he asked what we were going to be talking about. I told him, he said, courage, it got a lot of components go along with courage. You got to have the ability. You got to have the know-how. Then you got to want to do it. And want to do something, like you said, charity begin at home. We got to teach our kids how to do it. And then as they get older, we got to start to showing them how to do it. And that will give them the foundation that they need to succeed in life. And
what does the scripture say? Train up a child in the way he should go when he's young.
Yeah.
And when he's old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah.
So that means whatever you instill within them while they're young, they're not going to lose it. It's always there to bring them back on path. So that's what we have to start doing. We have to start doing that. Who's encouraging you today? Do you have some street attorneys out there people who think they know everything but don't know nothing, but they're encouraging you to do what you know you should do but you won't do.
Right.
There's a lot of street attorneys out there telling you why you shouldn't take the shot because you don't know what's in it. You don't know what's in Anderson.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in, as Stewart said, Viagra.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in all of it, but you take it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have not known that even Viagra at one time was used as a heart medication.
Yeah.
Viagra in itself can cause a hormone problem. Cialis can cause a hormone problem. And a lot of people don't realize all of that stuff until you do the research to find out exactly what that medicine was created for. There are side effects that can actually hinder and hurt you.
Yeah.
So my brothers and sisters, who's encouraging you today?
And you definitely need to be encouraged by the right person. And when the right one encourage you and give you the right message, you should want to listen to them. And it's got a lot of people that on this earth that God he anoint, and he anoint them, and he give them the ability to carry out. And after commercial, we're gonna talk about same thing Dr. William just said. Who encouraging you and who you believe? We'll be right back. If you'd like to get in on the conversation, 1-563-999-1808. You're listening to Church Without Walls.
We're the people, we can do it if we try.
Hi, I'm Christine Penn, and Nola, I want you to get ready for an all-new talk experience, Women of Significance, on the New Orleans Talk Network. Each week, we're covering new topics, new guests, new trends, and message of the day with me, your host, Christine Penn. So Nola, tune in each week on the New Orleans Talk Network, where we use our voice with power, with purpose.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-0132.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are back. You're listening to Church Without Walls, Dr. Anthony William and Charles Stewart. And we always encourage people to download your, call your friend and ask them to download the app, www. New Orleans Talk Network. And they can get in on the show. Dr. William, before the station break, we were talking about who encouraging who. And a lot, we need to be careful who encourages us. And many times they got many people out there, leaders, and a lot of them have ability. They have many people out there that have the ability to get people to listen to them. And I guess what you can say, they saying something that you want to hear, something that motivates you to want to follow them. And our former president, Trump, he articulate words that his following elected him. No care what the word was, if he said a curse word or he said a bad word, whatever he did, the following had an excuse for him. Why was that? Because he was saying something that they liked. They liked it about that, Dr. Williams. They liked him when he talk about minorities, stupid people. Now, one thing, Dr. Williams, I want to point out, and I got a few of my friends got mad at me for saying this, Dr. Williams, and one person I was a friend with, she got two homes, one in Chicago and one in Alabama. And man, she got so mad with me because she a Republican. She said, Charles, ain't you a Republican too? I said, no. I said, I'm independent. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. She said, well, you used to be a Republican. I said, well, what I used to be, I said I'm independent. But anyway, to make the story short, we were talking, and I told her some things that I see going on now I disagree with the Republican Party. Some things I agree with, some I don't. And I was telling her that some of the stuff I see some people do, you see it on camera, and they want to tell me it's fake news and ain't true, and that's how I get upset. And I said, I see what Trump meant when he said, I think it's been over 30 years ago he said this statement. I know it's been over 25 years. He made a statement. He said, I think the guy interviewed him, Dr. Williams, was named David Frost, the guy out of England. He said, Mr. Trump, if you ever run for president, would you consider running for president? And he said, not now. He said, but if I did run for president, he said I would run as a Republican. So the guy said, well, why you run as a Republican? He said, I thought you were a Democrat. He said, well, Republican Party, to some of the people, some of the dumbest people in the world, say they easily manipulate. And you know, it come to my mind now, let me get something straight now. All Republicans is not dumb and stupid, because I know a lot of them I'm friends with, and they good people, lovable people. But he was right about some of them, because the one that believed that you can break into the Capitol and people get killed and you destroy furniture, and one of the congressmen, the senator, said that was a normal day. That's just like a day when the people come sightseeing at the Capitol. Now, how could you believe something like that? You see on television, see what happened. They said that's fake news. And so that's why I was telling my friend, that's why I believe Trump is using that, saying that these people believe anything I tell them. And you know, Dr. Williams, and he using them and they using him. And what I mean about that, because Trump love money. He don't care what color money is. He love money. He don't care what color the money is. Trump got black friends. He got white friends, but all of them got money now. And you notice he deal with a rapper. Why? He know the rapper got money. He deal with anybody. Jay-Z, all them guys. He friend with them. And the bottom line is they have money. But the one that don't have money, he ain't got the time of day for it. And he equally right with the Caucasian white community. If they ain't got money, he don't deal with them. Take all them poor people that broke in the Capitol for him. You think that they think he gave a lawyer to any of them? You know, he ain't think about them more. He did what they want to do. But the bottom line, I believe that what's going on in the country, the people that support him always wanted to do that, Dr. Williams, but they didn't have the courage to do it. And Trump had the courage to do it. And they using him as a shield to get things did the way they wanted, and he using them to make money.
Dr. Stewart, one thing you got to remember is that Trump is a businessman, and he has the ability to close any situation. Now he might close a situation 7 times before he get them to agree with him, but on the closure of it, he's using something that can give them like a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. So he's going to always say things that they want to hear, things that they need to hear, things that are positive. He's never going to say nothing negative toward whatever it is he's trying to do. And you get the average person that's trying to talk to you, they're going to close on you at least 3 times, if not more. And they come to a close. Best way to put it is by Trump being a businessman, he knows that he needs to close that situation. And he's going to find a way to close it to where it's going to actually mean something to the people that he's talking to. So he was able to do that as he became president. He was looking for power, so he knew that if he put certain people in power, that he would have that power available to him, whether it came to him at his need or not. But he was making sure that he had something to look forward to. If I need it, it's there, and all I have to do is activate it or get them to agree with me, and then I can have whatever it is I'm trying to put forth. And that's with any businessman. He's gonna put something out there that he knows that you want. Let me put it in another perspective. Satan threw invisible darts at you. And those invisible darts are things that you want, things that you desire, things that you may even need. But when you reach for it, it disappears. Those are invisible darts. He's allowing you to see what you want, but he's also telling you, reach at it and you can't get it. And some of the people that he put in office, if they wouldn't listen to what he wanted done, he fired them.
Right. Care what color you are.
Color didn't matter to you. The dollar is green.
Yeah.
So the only thing that matters is that I need to get this done, and if you can't do what you can't go along with what I'm appropriating, you got to go. And that's what happened. So he gave them the tinkling cymbal, which sounded good to their ear.
Right.
But it wasn't going to accomplish them nothing for them unless they agreed to do what he wanted done.
Right.
So we do that with you got some churches are functioning like that. As long as the people are going along with the program, everything is cool. You go against them and they say you're fighting the pastor or you're fighting the deacons or however. But if you're trying to do what's right and get things done in the church would prevail. The church would grow. The church would develop. But everybody is not doing that. Some people are using the church as an occupation rather than a vocation. Now, those 2 words, you got to go look them up and see what they mean because each one of them have a different definition. So I want to advise you today to pay attention to who is motivating you, who is encouraging you, and the reason that they're encouraging you, what they're encouraging you to do. You need to pay attention to that. Sometimes, I remember one of my teachers once told me when I was in high school, be careful of the decision that you make. Don't just make a hurry-up decision. Think about it. Because if you have time to think about what you're going to do before you do it, 9 out of 10 times you won't do it. So be careful of who's motivating you and what they are motivating you to do. The people that was before us, those people actually thought about what they were doing. We can go all the way back to the, what was it, the
1800?
No, the 6th.
What's that, January 6th when they broke it?
No, the six people that went to Washington with the 100-man march. And there was one.
Oh, that was, it's been quite a few years ago. The Million-Man March?
Yeah. And there was one young man who was very radical, but they had to pull him on the side and talk to him. I can't pull it up in my head right now. pull them on the side and talk to them and tell them that we're not going to accomplish what we want to accomplish if you're going against what we're trying to do. We need to get this done. So we need to speak something positive so that this the president and everybody else can listen to what we are saying. And he changed his whole methodology of speech. And in doing so, they was able to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. Sometimes you can't fight against everything. You know, even in the political arena right now, see a guy decided that he want to run for senator or congressman or what have you. He cannot accomplish this by himself. He needs individuals to work along with him. And what'll happen is this councilman might come to him and say, well, look, Dr. Williams, I need to get this done in my district. And so he says, I'll tell you what, I know what you're trying to get done in your district. So if I support you on what you're trying to get done in your district, would you support me in getting this done? They say, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's how you get things done in the political arena. But everybody don't want to. They figure that if this man say he's going to do something and he's not able to do it because he can't get people to work with him, everybody turns against him.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have other people willing to work with you, and you got to be willing to work with other people to get things done. And that's a hard way to put it, but that's reality. You know, so you got to ask yourself a question: who's encouraging you, and how are they encouraging you to do what? What am I going to profit from this? What am I going to gain from this? And how do I get? You have to find a way to get other folks to work with you. When I was running the centers for the parish, I had 13 employees that were under me, but I had to find a way to get them to work with me. And I can remember the first meeting I had with them, and we sat in the office, in the secretary office, and I told the secretary to give me 13 folders and put one sheet of paper in it, and she did. And I told the staff, write their name on it and put the day's date on it. And don't put nothing else on it. Put it back in your folder. Told the secretary put their name on each of those folders. So one young lady asked me, well, what was the purpose of that? I said, what's on that sheet? She said, my name and the date. I said, okay. I said, that's what's on there today. Anything that gets on it after today, you put it on there. I didn't put it on there. One young lady said, y'all hear what he said? Whatever have happened yesterday, he's not worried about. But whatever happened from this point on is what's going to affect you. I didn't have any more problem out of them.
Okay.
Because they knew that I was willing to work with them from this point on and not from what has happened.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the political arena. Sometimes you made mistakes, you made bad judgments and whatnot, but the interim part of it all is that you're trying to improve from what you did wrong. So the same thing when somebody's trying to encourage you to do something, you have to determine, is this good or is this bad? Is this going to affect me now and it's going to affect me from here on after? And you make decisions based upon how you're going to profit from that and how the community and other people are going to profit from it.
You are listening, you are watching Church Without Walls in the studio of the New Orleans Talk Network.
Here we go.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let Louisiana, 700-72. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
Hi, I'm Prophetess Charlene Duforce.
And I'm Bishop Carol Duforce Sr.
And we're from Living Witnesses Ministries.
And we also have a program on the internet called Living by the Word Daily. And we're seen every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Central Time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
And we would like to invite you to tune in with us every Wednesday morning. Again, 11 to 12 noon Central Daylight Time. Please join us as we teach the Word of God. Thank you, and God bless.
God bless you.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
This program does not reflect the views and opinions of the New Orleans Talk Network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go.
We are back. You're listening. You're watching Church Without Walls. I'm your boy, Charles Stewart, with the Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams. We've been talking today about courage. Dr. Williams, it takes courage and commitment to when you want to bring about a change and when you stand your ground. The people in Texas, they still in Washington, D.C., they have to me, that delegation that went to Texas to Washington, D.C., they need to let them be the congressmen and senators there. They know how to get things done. They got courage to stand up and make a change. And I can see that they have the commitment to work for the people. They're not worried about if they're gonna lose their seat. The governor even threatened that he's gonna lock them up when they get back. But you know, Dr. Williams, those are the type of people that we need in leadership in government. And I just want to make sure that I get in that the people that supported the former President Donald Trump, those people have commitment and courage. And let me tell y'all something. I would say that the African American community, Donald Trump, have helped them a lot, and we don't even realize he done brought things to the forefront that we thought that was for, like that filibuster rule. The people could easily override that, but that's a tool that they hide behind. That when they don't want to do something. And I think that the John Lewis voter right bill, that should be passed. I mean people died for that. I mean, white and black. Ain't just black people died for the right. White people died too.
Let me ask you something, Dr. Stewart. You have bills that have been passed to better the country.
Right.
So you've got smart attorneys who now go and try to find a way to remove those bills or redesign or reconstruct those bills again.
Right.
So the people in the United States have the all with all to make sure that this doesn't happen. You've come a long ways from where we was, and I heard a white person say it on TV. We've come from that, and I was in North Carolina when it was out there. And she said, we've come too far to go back to where we was again. Now, you've got some Caucasian, white, whatever you want to call them, people who are saying that it's time for a change, that we should come to, and that's not happening. And the word keep telling us, until my people who are called by my, if you want to be his people and you want to be, your daddy has a last name. and you take on his last name. When you take on his last name, you become his child. So if you want to become a child of God, you got to take on his attributes, his character, his mannerism. And that's not happening. So how do we do that? You talk about commitment. We have to be committed to it. And if we're committed to it, then we're going to have focus and vision. And focus and vision is going to keep us focused on it. And the vision to see where it's leading us is where it's going to take us. So all of these attorneys, smart attorneys who are trying to recreate another bill, if the bill was working for you in all these years since Abraham Lincoln, let me put it like that, if the bill was working for you since then, why all of a sudden now it's not working? Because somebody decided that the voting machine was tampered with, the voting machine was hacked.
But that wasn't true, though. But you got million of people, you got 20% of country better. I know on the Republican side, you got about 40-something% of them believe that the machine, something wrong with the machine. And you know something strange about that, Dr. Williams? Many Republicans ran the same day that Donald Trump did. Why they vote one tap away? They won, and he didn't win. That's the part somebody need to help me understand. Republican, any Republican governor ran that day, a senator, congressman, local senators, and local representatives, they won, but his vote is the only one they got messed with. And you got people believe that, Doctor, well, you know that time gone, Doc, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, it sure is. And as always, we say to you, and I want to say this before we leave, we want to invite y'all to come and visit Bethesda House of Prayer, 7601 West Bank Expressway. Service start at 9:30, and the broadcast start at 10. So please come and visit us. We're not asking you to join. We're just asking you to come and visit us and share with us. We try to give you as much information as we can, and we break it down scripturally wise so that you can understand it. So please come and visit us. But as always, we say there's no such thing as being half dead.
If you're dead, you're dead. Love y'all. Hope you have a great week. See you next week.
Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.